Hello, my name is Adrian Arvin, and my wife Heidi and I have written two books entitled Life Conscious and the Linear Heritage of Women, both of which are available at these online bookstores: Amazon, Books A Million, Barnes & Noble, and iUniverse. The subject of this talk is on galaxies and what is really happening in their midst, and it's not black holes. The thing about black holes is that they appear to be insatiable and unending, but is this physically possible? How can anything continue to fall into itself, endlessly compressing matter? If you think about it, something else must be happening at the center of galaxies, and there is. We think that there must be black accelerators. Now, I've helped build and operate two linear accelerators and maintained one that was over 30 years old. So I know what it takes for the acceleration of atomic particles to occur, and in space it's not only easier but natural. The first thing you need is high vacuum, and you can't get any higher than the vacuum of space, which has very low density and pressure, and is the closest physical approximation of a perfect vacuum. Next, you need cryogenics, and space is as cold as it gets. Space's temperature is about 2.73 Kelvin. This is the coldest natural occurring temperature nearest to absolute zero. We need cold because this, along with the high vacuum, reduces resistivity and friction, which allows stars, planets, and moons to move freely along ideal gravitational trajectories. We also need radio frequency and electromagnetic energies, which are naturally occurring within swirling galaxies. These energies are unbelievably tremendous and incalculable. Combine all these factors along with the incredible heat from hundreds of thousands of crowded nearby stars, and you have a naturally occurring particle accelerator. But not just one. If you look at the top of a swirling galaxy that is turning clockwise with one of the accelerators, then the bottom side of the galaxy will be spinning counterclockwise with yet another accelerator. The particle streams from both accelerators will be aimed at one another. They will, however, be hundreds, if not thousands, of light years apart. What happens in the middle of most galaxies then is not a bottomless pit of a black hole, but twin particle accelerators pulverizing atoms down to their smallest fragments, going faster than the speed of light, which means that the particle beams are actually transitioning back in time. How far back in time is not known, but my guess is millions, if not billions, of years. So how can it be faster than the speed of light? Well, again, the huge gravitational pressures, along with the vacuum and coldness of space, the RF and electromagnetic energies at the center of the galaxies, the extraordinary rotating speed and unbelievable heat and gravity from the compact stars are what cause the particle beams to travel faster than the speed of light. This has been recently proven by the Large Hadron Collider that found evidence of the Higgs boson. Its synchrotron is designed to collide two opposing particle beams of protons, and this is exactly what is happening at the middle of galaxies with two opposing accelerators. The particle beams are releasing the Higgs bosons as their streams collide, which removes their masses, enabling the particles to go much faster than the speed of light and transition back in time. Even physicist Stephen Hawking commented in a UK paper, the Daily Mail, how it might be possible to travel through time. We would just need a particle accelerator large enough to accelerate humans the way we accelerate particles like the Large Hadron Collider. Hawking was pointing out a way that time travel already happens today. For example, particles called pi mesons are normally short-lived. They disintegrate after mere millionths of a second, but when they are accelerated to nearly the speed of light, their lifetimes expand dramatically. It seems that these particles are traveling in time, or at least experiencing time more slowly relative to other particles. This then is how the universe replenishes itself. Twin particle beams are transposing thousands of tons of matter per second back in time, spewing this matter millions, if not billions, of years in the past. So the universe is not a one-time Big Bang miracle, but a static one that was envisioned by Einstein that is constantly replenishing itself. I call the Big Bang Theory a miracle because what triggered it in the first place? If you have all the matter in the universe impossibly compressed down to the size of a subatomic particle, then there is nothing that could possibly disrupt that particle. There is nothing else in empty space at this time. And the gravitational pull is so immense that nothing could conceivably move it, unless it was God, thus the miracle. What evidence did science come up with to uphold the Big Bang Theory to begin with? And how do black twin accelerators answer these evidences? Well, first, the evidence was the red shifting that caused this mess in the first place. Red shifts are attributable to the Doppler effect, familiar in the changes in the apparent pitches of sirens and frequencies of sound waves emitted by passing speeding vehicles. An observed redshift due to the Doppler effect occurs whenever a light source moves away from the observer. So everything in the universe appears to be moving away from one another. Cosmological redshift is seen as proof of the expansion of the universe. What is not taken into consideration, however, is that the red shifting is actually due to the tremendous loss of galactic material as a result of the transitioning of this material back in time. This also explains why galaxies many billions of light years away seem to be hurtling faster away from one another than the nearer galaxies. In the billions of years that an observable galaxy is seen, that galaxy may not even exist anymore due to its transitioning back in time. Plus, a galaxy seen at 12 billion years may be the same galaxy seen at 9 billion years in a different part of the observed sky. This could mean that the lights in the sky are actually from the same galaxies viewed at different stages of their history, which makes the number of seen galaxies in the universe much less than there are. Another reason for the red shifting is the natural bending of light around a large gravitational object like a galaxy or star. This is a known phenomenon proposed by Einstein called gravitational lensing. In other words, a galaxy viewed 10 billion light years away would have had its light bent 1,000 times or more by the time it reached the lens of our telescope. Straightening out all of those bends would increase the distance thousands if not millions of light years, causing the red shift and producing a false indication of an enormous acceleration away from our viewpoint. Years in a different part of the observed sky. This could mean that the lights in the sky are actually from the same galaxies viewed at different stages of their history, which makes the number of seen galaxies in the universe much less than there are. What is funny is how often science will change the age of the universe to fit what is seen in the far reaches of space. As the technology of our telescopes advance, so does the date of the Big Bang, which is now around 13.75 billion years. I predict that as our telescopes advance to peer deeper and deeper into space, that more galaxies older than 13.75 billion years will naturally cause the date of the Big Bang to magically move back in time to meet the theory. Other evidence of the Big Bang Theory is cosmic background radiation. Cosmic background radiation is explained as radiation left over from an early stage in the development of the universe, and its discovery is considered a landmark test of the Big Bang model of the universe. Supposedly, when the universe was young, before the formation of stars and planets, it was denser, much hotter, and filled with a uniform glow from its hot fog of hydrogen plasma. As the universe expanded, both the plasma and the radiation filling it grew cooler. Although many different processes might produce the general form of a black body spectrum, supposedly no model other than the Big Bang Theory has yet explained the fluctuations. As a result, most cosmologists consider the Big Bang model of the universe to be the explanation for cosmic background radiation. But black twin accelerators can also explain the existence of cosmic background radiation. When a galaxy stops accelerating its matter back in time, which sometimes takes billions of years, what is left then is what has been perceived as cosmic background radiation, when in fact it is the remnants of billions of previously extinguished galaxies. Science itself is waking up to the idea of galactic acceleration. Scientists at Berkeley Lab's Nuclear Science Division explains that in active galactic nuclei, the black holes suck in matter and eject enormous particle jets, perpendicular to the galactic disk, which could act as strong linear accelerators. The massive fireballs move away from the explosion at nearly the speed of light, releasing most of their energy as gamma ray bursts. We think that these gamma ray bursts are really produced from black twin accelerators, when their particle beams collide with each other, producing brief but intense bursts of energy. The collision will naturally force the accelerators apart to restart the transitioning back in time again. The backstreaming gamma rays are seen on all linear accelerators going in the opposite direction of the particle beam. It is the negative reaction of the acceleration of the particles. This to me is proof of the existence of twin black accelerators at the center of all galaxies. So the universe did not start from some impossible Big Bang, but has always been here, replenishing itself naturally through the accelerators at the center of most galaxies.